Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning class. How are you today? I hope you are always fine and always healthy. Do you still remember about the last material? The last material is about formal invitation. So, in the online class meeting today, we will move to the next material. The next material is poem. Do you know what is poem? Okay, I will explain to you what is poem. So basically, poem in bahasa is puisi. Yeah, but in English, poem is collective of words that expresses an emotion or idea, sometimes with a specific rhythm. And there are many types of poem. The first type is narrative poem or narrative poetry. Narrative poetry presents a story or account of events and must therefore encompasses the novel's requirement of plot, character, and action, as well as a poetry requirements of rhythm, stanzas, and matter. And the second one is dramatic poetry. Dramatic poetry or dramatic poem is actually a drama or a play whose entire script and written in a poetic verse rather than in prose. It usually portrays a story of conflict and emotion. It includes a plot that unfolds with action and dialogue. An example in Barbara Frietchie by John Greenleaf. And then the last one is lyrical poetry. Lyrical poem or lyrical poetry are the most frequently used in poetry form. Lyric poetry consists of any very short poems in which a speaker expresses intense personal emotion, a state or mind, or process in perception, thought of feeling there, then describing a narrative or dramatic situation. Okay, after that, I will explain to you pronunciation of poem. When we read a poem, we must know how to pronounce that poem and how to pronounce that word. So, I will explain to you what is pronunciation. So, pronunciation refers to the way which we make the sound of words. To pronounce word, we push air from our lung up to the through our throat and vocal cord through our mouth, pass our tongue, and out between our teeth and lips. Yeah, after that I will show you example of poem and how to pronounce it. Okay, I will show you an example of poem and how to pronounce it. The poem title is Fire and Ice. I will write and I will read for you and you can repeat after me. is fire and ice. Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hope with those who favor fire. But if it's had to perish twice, I think I know enough of had to say that for distraction, ice is also great and would suffice. Okay, I will repeat one time. Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of had to say that for distractions, ice is also great and would suffice. Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. And next, I will show you and I will teach you how to analyze this poem. Okay, we have done the read all the poem, so let's do analysis this poem. The title is Fire and Ice. This poem was written by Robert Frost, a great American poet. It is popular literary piece of account of this contradictory subject. And then, the fire and ice as a representative of hatred. As this poem is about the apocalypse, the poet expresses how the world will end. Some people believe that the world will be destroyed by fire, while others argue that will be frozen. Initially, the speakers also support those who are in favor of fire, but as the poem progresses, he remains undecided and mentions that if the wood ends twice, and ice can bring equal destruction as fire. And then the next is major theme in Fire and Ice. Hatred and power of emotion are the major theme of the poem. The poet discusses the destructive feature of human emotion. He uses a symbol of fire and ice to show how desires and hatred contribute of making the world stand at the verge of chaos. Also, their powerful emotions will eventually drag the world toward a catastrophic end. Okay, I think it is enough. So after that, I will show you example of poem. After I show you example of poem, I hope you can make a video how to pronounce this poem and how to analyze this poem.
I am the people, The Mob by Carl Sandburg. I am the people, the mob, the crowd, the mass. Do you know that all the great work of the world is done through me? I am the working man, the inventor, the maker of the world's food and clothes. I am the audience that witnesses history. The Napoleons come from me, and the Lincolns. They die, and then I send forth more Napoleons and Lincolns. I am the seed ground. I am a prairie that will stand for much plowing. Terrible storms pass over me. I forget. The best of me is sucked out and wasted. I forget. Everything but death comes to me and makes me work and give up what I have, and I forget. Sometimes I growl, shake myself, and spatter a few red drops for history to remember. Then I forget. When I, the people, learn to remember. When I, the people, use the lessons of yesterday and no longer forget who robbed me last year, who played me for a fool, then there will be no speaker in all the world say the name the people with any fleck of a sneer in his voice or any far-off smile of derision. The mob, the crowd, the mass will arrive then.
Okay, have you watched the video, class? After you watch the video, please make a video how to pronounce this poem and how to analyze this poem and submit to the YouTube next week. Okay, I think this is enough for meeting today. I hope you all is fine and understand what I'm saying and the material. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.